So we're here with Alan Kilshaw following a dramatic 28-all draw with Toulouse. First off, do you feel like it's a bit of a point lost there, considering you were in control in the second half?
Yeah, look, we got into a position to win the game, but the way we started, you probably would have took a point. So you look at it like that. But yeah, look, we're at home, and you know, I believe they had a 14 start, you know, with the bookies, and they were heavy favourites. Sort of what I'm trying to say today. So. We had the belief we could beat him, and we were close. Yeah, we were really close.
What was going through your mind then at 16-0? Were you thinking here's a blowout, or were you confident the lads were going to get back in it?
Yeah, I thought that people were getting the calculators ready. The way they've started the season. Look, we knew they'd start well. We didn't help ourselves. Real poor miss at a scrum for the second try, I think it was, or the third. Last tackle penalty in the first set. Just a couple of things like that, and I think they were 7 sets to our 3, and we'd got into touch on one of them. So I knew we got, you know, into a grind, and we went set for set with them, which we spoke about before the game, that they'd make errors and their discipline would go. So there was a little bit of faith there that if we could get into the grind, we'd come back, and we scored 24 unanswered points, you know, and the lads deserve a lot of credit for the way they come back. And we've been starting games really well and been falling a little bit where it was the opposite today. So if we can put it all together, we're going to be all right. We were a team today. We were a real team. We backed each other up. We were aggressive. We played some good stuff. So there's a lot of positives to take out of this game. Disappointed we let in 28 points. Disappointed with some of their tries, definitely, and a couple of them early ones were the soft ones that killed us back end. You know, they've always going to have points in them second half. We needed to come out and try and hold them, because we knew after 20 minutes that even though they're a full-time team, I don't think the fitness is great, and the way they play, you know, the way they push the ball, which we saw today. If it sticks, it's really good, but if it doesn't, you can get into a grind with them. Then you're going to get some momentum, you're going to get some ball, which was proved today.
You mentioned there that they're a full-time side. How much can you take from the fact that you've matched them there for large periods and even bettered them at some point?
We can take a lot of positives from it. I think we score more points than anyone put together against them, and that includes Lee, who are a really good attacking team. And I thought, you know, we looked physically good. We matched them physically, and it's not always about, you know, who's full time or who's not. Over the course of the season, it will matter. They'll recover. They'll have better recovery and have more time to prep for games and get over games. But on a one-off, you know, we can match them, and that's what we spoke about going into the game this week.
There was a bit of a crucial moment when the lads had the chance to take the 2, and they went for it and scored, and it was Danny Yates' try in the second half. How good was it to see that the lads realised that they had a roll on and that they were close to going over the line? Yeah,
we was in two minds, you know, and put it back on them, and yeah, we did want to run the ball, and it was great to see Danny tap the line today, you know, and go through like that. He's got that in his armour, and he needs to do that a lot more, and it was good, you know. If he can do it against, you know, Toulouse, he can do it against both sides, and thought he was good today. He really stepped up, as did others. You know, it was a good try. And you know, at the end we had to take the 2, and we had a chance for a drop goal. You know, I'm sure we could have been given another penalty in that last set as well. I thought the ruck, they got away with a lot of the ruck, and I felt we started getting penalties, and then they had a word with him back end, and it swung, and that's when they you know, got those 2 equalising tries. I think we were 10 points up, was we? And then they scored 2 back to back. So we didn't. They suddenly, the whistle stopped, and you know, pointing at players who were offside instead of giving penalties. Disappointing, you know, with that. What I am very frustrated with and disappointed with is the gouging, the biting. Look, if you can get away with that in the French league, then good luck to you. But if you're playing in our competition, first of all, that needs to be governed better by the officials and the RFL. Second of all, that's not in the spirit of rugby league. You know, some of the things that went on today, the grapples, you know, the working over the neck on the floor, lifting tackles, biting, gouging. There's no room for that. We'll play hard and we'll play tough, and if we get caught for it, we'll put our hand up. We did in the week, you know, with Joe, and if we get sin-binned or whatever, yeah, you know, if we go across the line, but we'll never go out to, you know, with intent, you know, to do tactics like that. And they're a good team, and they don't need to do it, and that was real disappointing today.
Are you proud that your middlemen didn't stoop to that that level that you were very aggressive, as you mentioned, in the middle, and you got a real stranglehold of the game down that middle with the likes of Samir and Warren and Joe. So are you proud of the way that the lads didn't go away from that?
Very proud of the way they've responded to some of the things we've been talking about and putting in a performance and being aggressive. We asked them to ramp up and they did, and we got in their faces and they didn't like it. And like I say, we backed each other up. We were a real team today, and the two lads on dual reg bought into it. I know Joe Philbin's played with us before. He was outstanding, and Tom on the wing was really good as well. So 1 to 17 we were really good across the board, and proud of the middles, proud of the left, right. Everyone, as coaches, we're very proud of the performance. And look, we said this after the game. It's 21 rounds, and if you live on a philosophy that win and loss is live or die, then you're going to have a short lifespan. What we're trying to do is improve every week, focus on the process, not get too high every win, lose or draw like we have done today, and improve. And if we do that, and we're focused on that, we're not too concerned about league tables. We know where we're at. We are aware of it. If we can keep improving week in, week out, and I feel we turned a real corner today. But it's important we back up next week at Barrow, and that'll be tough. They're a different animal up there. They've been beat today as well, so their coaches will get into them in the week, and we have to have that aggression again next week.
It was a bit animated on the field. It was a bit animated on the sidelines at the end there. Was there anything else in that, or?
No, like I say, I did actually say to them I didn't feel like they played in the right spirit of the game. The other week we played York and they were tough and aggressive, and we played other teams. But the gouging and the biting, we can't accept that. And it's not just we're not just saying it. There's evidence there that it happened. There's blood and there's marks, and people have had their eyes gouged today. And like I say, we can't allow that to happen. And hopefully, it's tough to pick up on things like that on the video, but I'll go back and watch it, and if there is anything there, then we will be citing players, because as a welfare issue, everyone who plays, and we don't want them to get that. And if teams are going to Toulouse as well, it's going to be even more difficult over there.
And just on one final note, you go to Barrow next week, as you mentioned. You've already got a result there at the start of the season. How will you be going about trying to get another result at a tough place?
Yeah,
to play?
It'll be a different type of game, we hope, weather-wise. Hopefully it'll be a dry track. Mark and Ryan and the rest of the board have sanctioned us to stop over, so we've got the prep there. There's no excuse there in terms of prep. We'll train Saturday and we'll travel there and we'll stop over, and we're really focused on turning up and having a good performance. And they're a different team now. They've signed a couple of players since then, but so are we. We had a lot of players missing that time we played them, and it'll just be another good game. And if we improve on this week, that's all we can ask. It'll be tough. We don't want to be flat next week. We want to have a real good go and again show our credentials, which I think we've shown again today.